local forecast with meteorologist Jackson Chastain starts now.
We're still watching quite a bit of drizzle across the mid-state. At this hour, we will see a lot more of that over the coming hours as well. I do want to start off by taking a look at rain totals over the past 24 hours, which have not been kind to the eastern half of the mid-state where we need the rain the most. In fact, you look at Harrisburg, York, Lebanon, close to a quarter of an inch, maybe a little bit more further east, but places like Philadelphia have well over 1 inch of rain. And so that has everything to do with the coastal nature of this storm. Unfortunately, as we got closer and closer to this event, it became clearer and clearer that that track was shifting east, which is actually what happened. And so the brunt of that rain fell on a lot of these coastal regions, not necessarily in south central PA, where we do need that rainfall. As we get through the rest of this morning, expect that drizzle to continue. The afternoon itself is going to be relatively dry, so that's the good news. We're on the tail end of this event, so yeah, a little bit less damp. Not going to be as miserable outside, although it is going to be cool. 38 degrees currently in Lancaster. Because of those clouds, we're not going to warm much further than where we got yesterday afternoon. So mid-40s for today as well. Yesterday's high, 47, which is well below the average of 63 for this time of year. So you can really tell that we have been trending cooler for quite some time, both with the highs, the lows as well. Those are a little bit more seasonable. Beyond that, we will see some warm-ups as we get towards the latter half of the weekend. In fact, by Monday, we get behind an incoming warm front, and that will push some milder air into our neck of the woods. Does not last long because overnight a cold front will bring some showers, some colder air. That'll briefly cool things down. And then towards the latter half of the work week, we will see a return of that milder, more seasonable air. Not necessarily warm, but very, very seasonable. The return to seasonality is about as good as it gets over this coming week. I do want to talk briefly about this upcoming rain chance. This is going to be an overnight affair here. Scattered showers across the mid-state. That's going to be late Monday into Tuesday before sunrise. And then after that, potentially watching for another weekend system that's not on the 7-day, but I just want to point it out. Overall, a week that is, again, very seasonable at times. We kind of hover around that point. Nothing terribly wet about these rain chances. We'll see in the coming weeks if we can get a little bit warmer than where we are right now. That's a quick look at your forecast. We'll send it over now to Epic Discounts.